Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Plots in Darkenhaven, the Beast of Riverside. We're going to start out a little bit with some thank yous, of course, to those people who make this show possible. A big thank you to Gooey Cube, as you can see on Keith's shirt. That's right. May all your adventures be sticky. All right, and the second thank you is to Brina Luna Artwork, which does all of the artwork for our characters. So look for those character things and reach out for character artwork from Brina Luna. We use Forge VTT, or Forge Foundry VTT, so that we can show all of our maps and all of our cool stuff. And we also have Sirenscape to play all of those soundscapes behind the scenes. Special this week, as you can see that Alan and Jens are wearing these shirts here, the Wizard and the Ranger shirt from Dungeon Grandmaster, and we'll put that in chat. Get 15% off of those shirts for the next 48 hours using the code MISFIT, all caps, so that you can, they have a bunch of different RPG style t-shirts, and those will be available. If you'd like to meet some of the Misfits, we will be at Gen Con, helping out with Gooey Cube, running Gooey games and stuff. That will be in ICC 234, or at the booth in 1837 in the vendor area. So come see the Misfits, come meet the Gooey folks that we love to hang out with, and maybe even if you're attending Gen Con, play some of these amazing Gooey one-shots made just for CODs. All right, so as always, because this is an episodic show and characters kind of drop in, drop out, and we have a new guest every week, we will go through character introductions, and this will just be a short introduction of each character and what they're about, and a little bit about who they are, class, race, and a little flavor. So we'll start with Insavanor.
Hooray. Insavanor. Howdy, y'all. My name's Insav. No, that's not it. Hold on.
Yeah, you're stealing from me, Insav.
I would like to say my name is Insav. No, that's not it. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Insavanor. Hello to you, inconveniences out there. As you well know, I am a cleric. Just for knowledge, of course, but as you can see from the shirt, I am a wizard of the highest order. And I'm here to keep everyone else in line. As you know, I am the leader of this group because I have to keep them all following rules. And as we can see tonight, it probably won't happen because I have a bunch of rambunctious individuals, but I will try my best.
All right, Stammond.
I'm Stam. I'm a Myroon Fusilier. Myroon means I'm a sea dwarf, except that ain't what we are. And Fusilier means I have an arcane pistol that I shoot stuff with. And anyway, that's my jam.
All right, and Monty.
All right, so I'm playing Monty the Motivator. He is a Garund bard. Not your typical bard. He's not much of a music kind of guy, more of a motivational speaker. And certainly likes to get to know people and just kind of see the inner workings, the inner machinations of their mind, all that kind of stuff. And I try not to devolve into Kermit the Frog when I go into that voice, but it happens. So you'll have to just excuse that every so often. My name is Kermit the Frog. Nope. Monty the Motivator. Got it.
All right. And our guest for this evening is Adrian.
I am Adrian Krenasia. I'm a Verdahedron, which is a wood elf in Ziatha. And I am one of the guardians of the Seelie.
The Feyari, the Seelie Feyari. All right. So we're just going to jump right into our first scene here. Today is first sales day, or the 7th of Aveun. First sales day in Darkenhaven and all across Verdestia, or Western Verdestia, is it's a day when they return to the trade season. Captains wait for the 7th of Aveun to leave port and to it's good tidings. It's a lucky day to leave port, and those merchants and sailors and whatnot are the superstitious lot, as Stammen can attest to that. And Darkenhaven inhabitants usually flock to the docks and the rivers to see these ships depart. So a little background about the holiday of the day. And we will start off, like we do most of our episodes, with somebody beseeching the custodians of the condemned in the condemned building across from Flax and Wagon Alley in the Boogerton area of Darkenhaven. And we will start with Adrienne coming to the ramshackle building in Boogerton.
I will knock upon the door.
Well, at least this one has manners. You should be happy, Sav.
I'm just happy you didn't shoot the door, Stammen.
The day's young.
Oh, not again. Not again.
I'll talk him down, don't worry.
Come in.
So is somebody gonna, oh, okay. I was like, they're just gonna, oh, this one's nice,
Nope.
you knock. We'll leave him
We're just having a
outside.
conversation. Somebody knocked at the door. Let's talk about it.
Oh, welcome.
Yes, thank you. I am Adrian Kranasia, and I have been told that you may be of assistance to me.
Possible. What you got?
I am
question is, your accent, where are you from?
I'm from the Feywild.
Oh.
I have been following poachers who I am urgently trying to retrieve what they have poached.
What are they poached?
That's
They
rather
are
vague.
4 beasts, which they have taken from the Feywild, and I have been charged with returning them.
You mean what's left of them?
Oh, I think that they're still intact. I feel confident.
Oh, wow.
What makes you think this exactly?
Yeah, we got an optimist here. Well, go ahead.
Well, there is a bird. I believe you call them an axebeak.
Oh, them are good eating. Best thing I ever had was a axebeak pot pie.
You eat those?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Well, they are
Are you
good.
kidding me?
This particular one we're not trying to eat, however.
All right.
The next beast that we are looking for is what we call an Ursun. And he's a rather large and vicious creature.
And you're confident that they caught this and it's alive?
Yes.
How? I mean, they got to be worth their salt. They got to be worth something as poachers if they caught this alive.
That's why I asked for help. If they were not worth anything, I wouldn't necessarily need your assistance.
So how did you manage to get them over here? Like, how did you track them down to here?
I've been following them through a great part of the Republic.
Let's hold off on because we got a flash scene. So let's describe the other animals first, and then go talk about the journey here.
The next is actually a hybrid catagator. Is what this beast is. He looks similar to an alligator and the catfish, and aptly named. And the last one is a quenda. And this beast actually comes from Eastern Verdestia. But I feel confident that all 4 of these beasts are all still alive.
But you did say you were chasing these beasts and they poachers from the Feywild, and the Quenda are definitely from Eastern Verdestia. So how exactly did you Did they manage to poach them from your neck of the woods, I would say?
That is another tale in the telling.
Fascinating.
But I could certainly use the assistance of your company in retrieving these.
All right. So let's go back to Monty's question about how you came to Darkenhaven. So I think everybody has been moved to the overland map. I wanted to be able to switch back and forth with maps. That's why I kind of paused for a second. Sorry for the redirect. So the North Feyweird is to the east, basically directly east of Darkenhaven. And you can see it here. There we go. So Adrien came from Northern Feyweird, and I think can you guys see the line that I'm drawing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so describe where you came from, and I'll draw the lines, and we'll keep going.
All right. So from the Northern Feyweird, I picked up a trail of a wagon train, which I found in Shadowdell. From Shadowdell, I followed their trail to Prondadal, where it appears that they boarded a boat and headed west.
Okay, we'll catch up.
After I'd gotten my own passage, I followed them near Nevermore.
Okay.
From there, I disembarked at Tothenshire.
Ah, Tothenshire, yeah. They got a great pub there, the Busty Mermaid.
Yes, and actually they also have the Temple of Toronius, so I had to spend some time giving homage to the Lord of Beasts before continuing on to Darkenhaven.
All right, so that's quite a long journey. And these poachers have traveled with this wagon train from the North Feyweird and these beasts in cage all the way getting a boat and coming into dock in Darkenhaven. So we'll go back over to the condemned building and see how we might further this conversation and figure out how to find these beasts.
Well, so you think they're here?
I feel confident that they are here, yes.
Well, that's not the kind of thing that people are just going to be able to hide in the city of Darkenhaven. I mean, they're big creatures.
What do you think they're? Well, I guess what are their motives with these beasts? Do you think?
I believe that they would be taking them to sell. Though I'm not familiar with these poachers, nor am I familiar with your city.
Are you familiar with the magics that it would take for these beasts to come here? I mean, Quenda are quite easily domesticated, but that Catigator, I find it hard to believe that poachers had an easy time with that thing. Are you aware of what kind of magics they're using?
I am not aware of what kind of magics, but I feel certain that they are exceptional beasts that they would have quite a time with gathering.
Well, I guess the first thing we have to think about is where we might start our search. Should we take up this query?
Yes, what exactly led you here? Like, what tracks did you follow to find them in this area?
Well, I followed them to Darkenhaven, and then the trail went cold.
Huh. Well, I might have an idea. We do know maybe Fran Philhax. renowned artists in the pass through. She's known as the Beast Painter. Maybe she's got some sort of an idea of like where beasts could be found in Darkenhaven. So maybe we can start our journey over there.
And a random beast painter. Are you quite certain, Monty?
I know a couple of people. If the trail grew cold, we got to find someone, right?
I mean, that's the most logical thing I've heard out of everyone in this dwelling.
Logic is my second language? Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
If I use logic, we can just use, violence.
And there he is.
Ah, we come full circle. Like a revolver or something.
I should stress that I need these animals alive.
All right.
All
You
of
didn't
them,
say nothing about the
especially
poachers,
that
though.
No, the poachers, I don't care what we do with.
All right. This should be fun.
So, are we headed to pass through then? That part of town along the river, headed towards Riverside?
I think Monty had a good idea. Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the best plan we have at this moment.
All
right. So you leave, and we don't need to switch maps just yet. You leave from Boogerton, and you head up to the river, and you're following the river up to pass through. And as it is for sales day, there's a lot of river traffic, and then you get to pass through along a river path, or a path that goes along the river, and it looks like some mix between a farmer's market has exploded and a child's painting.
Paint set.
There is paints and everything, and there's ribbons, and there's pieces of melon on the street, and there's even random fish that people have been thrown. And both sides of the river, as you look over the cut, you see both sides of this river have been kind of just as if somebody had a food and paint fight and then threw ribbons and banners up, and everybody seems to be having a ball. It's a huge food and paint fight going on as you walk in. So everybody give me a reflex, or this is not 3-5, a dex save. As things are flying through the air and you're trying to make your way through this crowd of very festive folks.
That's an 18. I think Stam knows what's coming, and he sees all the boats in the river with all of the food and the paints loaded to throw at each other, and then the people on the sides. And I'm just like, yeah, I know it's coming. So my head's on a swivel.
All right. And you brought an umbrella, right?
Yeah.
Monty got a 14.
All right. So you just get a little bit of paint on your trousers.
Just had this cleaned. All right, well,
Henrietta has a 24, and he's completely freaked out by city life. Apparently, this is normal, and he's dodging things.
He's like, what? People live like this? What?
Miss the forest.
In Savanor.
And Savanor has a 17, and the moment he walked in and saw all this clutter, he immediately started getting germophobic. He was like, oh my God, what is happening in here?
All right, so those were your good rolls for the night. Dodging paint and melon. We'll see what happens when we get into combat.
Oh no!
Gotta get him out. All right,
contact is.
I'm sorry, I can't control where they're located. It's not my fault.
Fran Philhax, the beast painter, lives on the artisan side of the cut, which is the side you're walking on. The other side, the northern side of the cut, is cafes and whatnot. But yeah, you're going to have to find her in this crowd of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a group skill check. And the way I do group skill checks is basically you're going to tell me what skill you want to use to try and find Fran in this crowd. I'm going to assume Monty gave you a description or gives you a description of her as you're ruffling through the crowd. You use whatever skill check you want to try and find it, but as a group, you have to overcome a number of successes, and the DC is 15. So use whatever skill you want to try and find her in this crowd. We'll just go one by one. Describe what you're doing. Roll your dice. Adrienne, you are at disadvantage because this is just not your style thing. So go ahead and make your rolls and describe what you do to try and find Fran Philhax, the Beast Painter.
You want the description first or the roll first?
You could just tell me you know your role, so you know the DC, so you don't have to worry about success.
So we're hunting through a crowd for somebody, right? Or a specific person. I think I'm going to use acrobatics just because I'm weaving my way through the crowd, trying to dodge all of the nonsense.
All right.
That's a 13 for me.
Okay, so he does not contribute to the successes. He's just dodging and weaving melons and paint. Monty.
So Monty's gonna do what Monty does best, and that's gonna be talking to as many people as humanly possible right now, and maybe trying to gather some information on where she might be, possibly a persuasion check for people to tell me where she's at.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is a 17 on that. Okay, 23.
That's good. That's 8 into the pot. All right, 8 towards that towards the number of successes the group needs. All right, let's go with your disadvantage there, Adrien.
So Adrien had considered stealth, but realizes he does not know how to stealth through this map. And instead relying on perception to just try and spot the person we're looking for, and actually wasted another 2 good rolls and have a 19.
All right, so that's 4 more towards the pot. Good. We're at 12. All right, bring it home in Savanor. What do you do?
All right, so in Savanor, I'm going to use investigation because that's his bread and butter. So I'm just gonna kind of close my eyes and use the Aetherian's natural ability to summon winds around them and just kind of gust everything. So while my eyes are closed, I can try to keep all the nonsense that's getting thrown through the air from hitting me. And as we walked in, I immediately took like a whole layout, and it's in my head. And from Monty's description, I figure out, all right, what he said, she should be located in an area that is precisely in this area, and I rolled a 19.
All right,
wow.
So Monty, you add all this together. So actually, we'll start with Savanor. And Savanor says, you said that she's a local, right? Or that's what you get in Savanor, is that she's a local. It looks like most of the local artists are down by the river. They're like on the riverbank. So she's probably over there. Then you confirm that as well, Monty, with the people you talk to, that yes, she's probably down by the riverbank. And then Adrien, you actually see somebody fitting that description down by the riverbank. And this person is covered in paint, has ribbons, and what seems like might be raw sausage on her lapel. So you're
I hope we're not too late.
Who's got prestidigitation? You know?
Right here.
Raw sausage flying everywhere.
What do you guys do?
She's there.
Do we want her to know we're there?
I mean,
we want to sneak up on her.
We're not accusing her of anything. We're just trying to gather some information. I don't see why we have to be so sneaky, stealthy.
All right.
I'm accusing her of being rather untidy with that raw sausage on her shirt.
I'll take the lead if you really need. I promise.
Please do. That is your person. You handle that. I know an artist, and that is not artistry at all. This is.
You're not into that interpretive stuff, are you?
The only thing I interpret is that she should be near a dumpster.
With raw meat? No, she's got to be near a barbecue. Near a fire.
Not
all right, so you guys start making your way down to
I'll see you in a minute.
you start make your way down to the edge of the river, and you're on the bank, and a group of very happy individuals come up to you and kind of crowd around you all, and they're like, "Welcome to Pass Through," and they go to grab you, and what do you guys do? We'll start.
Hands off!
I
buddy.
smacked the first hand that tries to touch me.
Yeah, we got that in common.
Monty just like
Oh,
raises his hands up and he's like, "Okay, I guess we're going this way."
Okay, so Monty gets lifted into the air by two individuals, and
I mean,
start
Monty's also a
carrying him.
hefty boy. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, three individuals, because you are Garoon. So 3 individuals lift you up into the air.
Oh no! Please put me down. I wasn't expecting this as much.
Savinor and Stamond are fighting people off. What about you, Adrien?
Adrian just looks a little confused and is not sure what to do.
Please put me down over there. Put me by her.
And the gentleman carrying the Garoon. So you're not going along with it, Adrien, right? You're just kind of you're also pushing people away and not letting people touch you. Okay. Yeah. So they start singing a song. It's a song about the Battle of the Cut, and they're chanting basically, "Battle of the Cut, Battle of the Cut, into the water on the Battle of the Cut." And you're like, wait, what, into the water? And yep, sure enough, they take you to the river and chuck you in. And everybody gets a great laugh. Well, except you.
Before that happens, I do take my book full of all my notes that I've been taking, and I chuck it at anyone in my party right now, and just
All right. Well, if we see it, one of us will try and catch it.
That's an important book.
It looks
Please
really
get it.
wide, so I'm going to use my wind to blow it over towards me.
Thank you.
All right, good. All right, you save the book and the notes and all the stuff as you go splashing into the water.
Wait, my cell phone!
And they march you.
Got the paint off at least.
They march you right past Fran, and she looks up. "Oh, Monty! Oh,
hi, Fran.
Oh, wait, that's my friend.
Splash.
Splash. And she helps you out, and then she goes over to the people that you had, the other people being hassled. As you walk back towards them as well, she tells the locals, please, these are my friends. Please leave them alone. One soggy friend is enough. And happy Battle of the Cut. And then she proceeds to tell you all about the Battle of the Cut. And what because she sees that you're all very dismayed. You don't know what you walked into, and she feels obligated to let you know what it is that you walked into. So, some centuries ago, the opposite banks of the river and pass-through were at odds with one another, culturally. It was common to say someone was raised on the wrong side of the cut. The rivalry rooted in an old disagreement between a cafe owner on the northern bank, and she points across the northern bank, and an artist from the southern bank, and she kind of motions for herself. As the story goes, the cafe owner commissioned a portrait of his wife, but the artist work is all too lifelike, and the woman was sort of homely. The cafe owner not only refused to pay, but went out of his way to slander the artist. For his part, the artist, also a vindictive individual, decorated the outside of the cafe with unflattering depictions, I'd say, of his cuisine, including some rather unsanitary things painted into the cuisine. At any rate, the argument became a community-wide obsession. The artists joined their compatriots in subtly and not so subtly abusing cafe owners, and in return, many of the other shopkeepers of the North Bank sided with the cafe owner. Soon the divide grew so antagonistic that the North Side refused to hire the artists from the Southern Bank, and those on the Southern Bank would not cross the cut to do business with the North Siders. This became a problem for both banks, as they all lost valuable income. This went on for months. The South Side berated the North for being bores, dull, and uncolorful, and the North branded the South Side as starving artists, lacking taste in fine cuisine and whatnot. And then, on first sales day, today, many, many years ago, the Battle of the Cut erupted. As per tradition on first sales days, decorated boats choked the cut. Many from the neighborhoods and wards came to see them, flocking the river. No one is certain how it all began, whether it was the pigs or the pigment that flew first. But at the height of the celebration, it happened. The aggrieved cafe owner on the northern side, the artist on the southern side, took sudden offense at each other before anyone had time to consider the preposterous nature of what came next. Rotten food from the restaurant sailed southward, while artisans launched colorful gobs northward. When the fighting ended hours later, pass-through was in total disarray. One bank looked like a farmer's market had exploded, while the other resembled a giant child's painting. Finally, cafe owner's wife spoke up. She used some sort of magical cantrip to make her normally small voice loud enough to be heard through the tumult. Though she was flattered by her husband's resolve to protect her honor, she was truly impressed by the accuracy of the artist's depiction of her. She had no illusions about her own beauty, but was shamed by how the painting had become a metaphor for the neighborhood's descent into ugliness. Chastised, the residents hugged their heads until she looked around at them all, covered as they were in colors and food, and they laughed. One by one, others joined, until everyone saw the humor of it. Thus began the practice on every first sales day of reenacting the Battle of the Cut with food and paint. And as she says food and paint, she takes a roll in her hand and throws it at Monty, and a satchel with a bunch of powdery dust of pink color, and throws it at Savanor. And it, so you're now covered in like pink paint powder.
Take a tip, it'll help.
That's a good color on you, Sav.
And it serves as a fun diversion for people of every ward. Although, as you've seen, those not from pass-through must leave the banks for the locals or risk being tossed into the river. And she pats on Monty's shoulder. The people of pass-through have never forgotten the lessons of that day. Differences don't have to make enemies, and ugliness goes deeper than the skin. So, Monty, what brings you here?
I might have to turn that over to my friend over here. Adrien, if you will. Would you like to talk about your dilemma? I don't want to speak on your behalf.
Fair artist, I am tracking 4 beasts which have been brought to your fair city. There is a rather awkward-looking bird. There is a large thorned bear, an urson. There is an aquatic creature that looks half alligator, half catfish, as well as a quanda, which is a large herd animal from eastern Verdestia. And my new friends here have told me that you may have knowledge of beasts that come through this part of the city.
I do specialize in painting beasts. I've done it for on 20-some years. I've never actually painted an Ursu. And if that is truly what is up on Riverside in the common area, I must make my way out there after these festivities. But yes, I have heard that a group is doing a show along the river, and they are having these weird beasts do performances in the commons of Riverside, just upriver from here. I will definitely have to check that out. But yes, if you follow this path, it should take you along the river. Try not to go back onto the riverbank until you actually get out of pass-through, and then just follow the trail upriver to the commons, which is it's a large cobblestone area where performers set up, and they'll do host shows for passing boats and the like. So it seems like these performers might have the beasts that you are looking for. Why is it that you're looking for?
They have been stolen from my lands.
Oh, you are from Eastern Verdestia, then?
I'm actually from the Fey Weird.
Very weird. Is that the? Is that big forest north of Frondinol?
It is.
Huh. I hear there are weird, enchanted, unseelie things there, and fairy, fairy dragons. Oh, I'd love to paint a fairy dragon. That would be wonderful.
Perhaps I could arrange that.
I've not seen a fairy dragon in Darkenhaven, but neither have I seen it or soon until perhaps today.
Well, if we retrieve these 4 animals unharmed, I would invite you to join me in North Feyweird, and I will get you a sitting with a fairy dragon.
Oh, well, okay, that would be some vacation.
Aren't you glad I stopped by?
Yes. It's nice to see you, Monty. How is your new job going in Boogerton? I hear you petitioned for some building down there and something about a magistrate.
We are working hard, is what I can say. We're certainly we're on the job, you know, doing our part.
Oh well, I hope that all goes well for you. That is a very rough place to be a magistrate for, if that's what your duties entail down there. Not sure that I understand exactly what you do, but I have heard many people talking about the custodians, what you're being called, the custodians of that condemned building, and they have. There's been a number of people saying that you've helped them from just directions on where to go, or perhaps missing people. Keep doing the good work, Monty. It's nice to see you.
It takes a team, it takes a village, right? And if you need any help, come on by. You know where to find me.
All right. Well, I will probably make my way up there shortly. I have some more celebrating to do, and perhaps I'll see you in a bit. And she goes back.
One question, Painter.
What? Yes.
When you conduct your evenings and sessions of painting, how do you get the creatures to stay still enough for you to paint them?
Well, I just use my mind. You see, I only need to see something once or twice and observe it, and then I can meditate and close my eyes and remember. I can't do this with people. Matter of fact, I've tried painting people and end up looking like beasts. But that's no good.
Most people are
like
beasts, actually.
You are very correct, my friend. What is your name?
It is N. Savanor.
It is nice to meet you, N. Savanor, but that is how I do it. I kind of make a mental image of the beast, and it usually comes out pretty good.
Fascinating. Would you be able to paint someone like him? And I point directly at Stan.
Well, might end up looking more. I've tried to paint a maroon before, but I just don't do as good with people. See, the facial features get all rough, and the last one I had a maroon ship captain actually want a refund because he said I made him look like a toad. And
that is perfect.
You know, your area has a proud tradition of insulting people with paintings, it sounds like.
Yes.
That sounds like a masterpiece.
I wouldn't mind hanging it up, you know.
I would definitely hang it up on the outside of our building. It is a welcome advertisement.
Need help?
Perhaps
no
you could
further.
Just renovate that place into a tavern and call it the Toad-Faced Maroon. It's a good tavern name, you think, right?
Toad-Faced Maroon. You know what? I was mistaken. This painter is a genius.
What I say.
Today, Monty, you've done well. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll take that compliment any day.
You have moved up the list of dwellers within our building. Fantastic job.
Are you guys done complimenting each other? Or can we go find these animals?
I could go for another few minutes.
All right, I'll have a nap. Let me know when you're done.
No, I'm sorry. We can proceed. We have more pressing matters. I'm sure.
And there still is, rubbish and paint flying through the air. So yeah, the longer you stay here, the worse you're going to smell. So, you guys.
I just assumed Savanor had wind going around him the whole time.
I still have wind going up.
Where it's all like sticking to me because I'm just soaking wet still.
I just stand behind you, Monty.
Yeah, I'm here already. I might as well.
Yeah,
And
Monty's covered.
again, Monty's huge, so you can easily hide
and I'm only
behind him.
5 feet tall.
Oh, great. Okay, so you make your way up to Riverside Commons, and I'll change the map now. And we could go back to the map on. Okay, so you make your way up, and just as she described, there is a tent set up, and the 4 beasts you're looking for are in a big pen, and there are some individuals with very large crossbows kind of standing at the ready. These individuals here. There are, and then this gentleman here is playing some sort of a whistle. It's kind of like this weird looking slide whistle. And as he plays it, these beasts seem very docile, and they start doing things. And then this gentleman here is and all of these people look not like entertainers. They really do look very rough and tumble, and like, these look like people you would expect to be fur traders, not entertainers. And so this gentleman here is like talking to the crowd at large. Come see the spectacle. See these beasts of Zyathe. See them dance. See the large Ursel. See the rhino husk, and see the gator cat, as well as the beakaxe. And the common names to all these beasts he totally fouls up. He doesn't even know what they are. He just knows that they're big beasts.
This guy's an idiot.
And Stam, you actually recognize this individual.
Oh no!
One of your
I know
evil.
this. I know this idiot.
And
Even worse.
and so he calls back, and he says, Dag, do the one where they lay down. And he calls back, and the guy with the whistle does this thing, and they all lay down. What do you all do?
I kind of want to just turn my head a little bit and cast Detect Magic to pick up the magic in the area.
You can definitely tell that whistle is magical. And you notice that the beasts all have some kind of magic upon them.
So I'm looking at all these people. Gosh, I'm seeing what looks like about 10 people on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see how many of them are like bystanders and how many of them are actually like involved in this crappy operation?
So all the people around the edge, all of these folks that I'm pinging, are all just bystanders watching. Everybody crowded around the pen is involved in it, and then this gentleman here, who's speaking to these 2 people watching, and he motions to a bucket, basically over here by this guy, and he goes, and we bring these beasts to you for your kind generation, your kind donations, and you can tell
I hate this guy.
He's not very eloquent, and you will see something you've never seen before, or my name is not
Blood Smite.
My name's not Cress Vig. That's what he says. Sorry, I was trying to look at my notes. And you yell out Blood Smite as he says Cress Vig, and then he looks at you, and his eyes get dark. He recognizes you. You recognize him.
Why do I know
And
the
then-
name Cressbig?
What's that?
Oh, Monty pondering how he knows the name Cressbig, and he's thinking, pulls his book, and as he's flipping through his book, he's got the list from the magistrate, and that name is on there.
Adrian pulls his bow and asks, "What are your rules on dispatching of thieves in your city?"
Do we have rules?
Do so immediately.
I mean, it's generally frowned upon, but
As the man is reaching for his gun.
if they
Generally frowned upon.
if you need to defend yourself, there's laws for that. So maybe we can get him to attack us, or maybe he'll give him up. That
So-
sounds like a real
I
logical
can
plan.
see about maybe having him befriend us and tell us some information at first.
Sure, let's start there. What the heck?
Yeah, might as
I'm
well.
gonna immediately touch Monty. That is well thought out, my friend. Use your words, and I cast guidance on him.
I don't know how much. Oh, I appreciate that, good sir. So I guess I'll saunter up towards him and just start shooting the breeze about.
You want me beside you?
Yeah, it wouldn't help to have a couple extra friends along the way. Well, actually, can I do an insight check to see the, I guess, reaction Cress has towards Stam?
Yeah, sure. And you can roll at advantage.
Insight.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, on the second one, that was a natural 20. So,
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Hey,
so
let's go.
your insight is telling you that these two know each other and they do not like each other.
Stam, you can stay back. It's fine. For anyone
I'll
else
be
wants to
up there
come along
soon
for the
enough.
ride, you keep
Yeah,
a
I'll get
safe
my chance.
distance. Just keep your hand, within sight.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Within-
the opposite
within-
of what I said. Got it.
Yeah, hey, you can see my hand. It's right by the butt of my pistol.
Understood. So I'll walk up to Chris. You said your name is Chris, right?
Yeah, Chris. And you see these two, and I don't know what I did. I just drew on the board somehow.
So I see you've got quite
There we
the
go.
assortment of creature here. Can you tell me a little more about them?
Well, yeah, I can
Where-
tell you that we train beasts. That's what we're beast trainers. My friend Dag over there, he trains them to listen to his whistle, and they do what he says. And let me tell you, it is a holiday, and we do have a permit to be set up here. And he rustles in his pouch and hands you a piece of paper.
Oh,
We do
sir,
have a performance permit by the magistrate of Riverside. So if you have any problems, you can take it up with them. Please do not interrupt our performance, good sir.
Oh, there was no intention there, and I appreciate the paperwork, though I am not of any authority to be questioning your motives here. I'm just an interested spectator, if you will.
Since you got a 20 on your insight there, I'm going to also give you that on the on the permit, there is a name called Krim Smythe, is the magistrate who signed this permit.
Does that ring a bell to Monty?
You know that when Monty went looking for help, when the old magistrate died in Boogerton, Krim was the least helpful of the neighboring magistrates. You were saying, hey, I'm trying to look for these people and see if I need to pardon some people, and he was just not helpful at all, and kind of an irritated that you even came to speak with him. But yeah, so you've talked to him once before, but you didn't really like the guy, and
Didn't get
apparently
too terribly far with him.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Oh, very intriguing. I believe a couple of my comrades, my friends over there, have a couple questions for you. Would you mind quickly talking to them before your performance? And I'm going to cast Charm Person on him.
All right.
DC 14 Wisdom save.
It's time to motivate this guy.
That's why I figured before the guns come a-blazing, Monty starts talking.
Well, it like this like recognition washes over his face for just a second as he, it's like, thinks of you and looks at you kind of like as a friend would, and then it washes away and he's looking at you again.
Shit.
And he goes, no, you can't interrupt our performance. Look at these fine folks. And he's pointing to all these other folks around, and it says, they're ready to pay their hard-earned coin. So either pay some coin and watch the show, or be on your way.
Adrian will walk directly towards the pens to inspect these animals, make sure they're the ones he's looking for. Though he has little doubt.
So walk. Do you have control in this map as well?
Actually, I was moving 3 at a time, so.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm stuck with all 3.
Just click somewhere else and then click back on your guy.
Or draw a box around yourself.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
Okay, so as you get to about here, and everybody can see this, the Ursoon starts to move. It was laying down and paying attention to the whistle and rolling over and whatnot, and it kind of crowds past this catigator. I'll just move these around, and is looking uneasily at Adrien.
Kind of a help me kind of look.
Kind of looking weirdly, yeah, kind of like a.
Something's not right.
There's an expression that you don't understand on this bear thing's face, but it's no longer paying attention to the whistle, and then it starts to bash against the railing, which is not really built. When you see this railing is not really built to hold these things in. So let me look at my notes real quick.
These are the right ones.
These are they are the right ones. Any last things that you want to say or do before this Ursoon busts through the gate? We'll just say that you have about a round of combat worth of stuff time before we go into the encounter, but we're also going to take a break before the encounter. So any last things you want to do or say before this Ursoon breaks out into the crowd?
I'm going to draw my pistol.
Draw your pistol.
And my cutlass. Why not?
All right.
I'm going to draw my bow and give the Ursoon look of disapproval.
Okay.
I'm going to ask
right.
Cress, what's the plan if they break out?
They're not gonna. Oh no! All right, we're gonna take a break.
Cut the commercial.
All right, and welcome back. We had a chance to get up, stretch our legs, do other things that you do on a break. Before we get into the encounter of the evening for the Beast of Riverside, I want to just kind of throw a shout out to Keith, our guest. The scene at the Battle of the Cut scene was a contribution to the Darkenhaven box set. And as always, if I have a chance to play through a guest who is also a GUI Cube contributor, I throw that in. So I hope, Keith, that I did your contribution justice, and that it was a fun little encounter that others, when they get that box set for Darkenhaven, maybe they can play it for their group. So big props to that. Thank you for your contributions.
Thanks,
and
Keith.
I can't wait to see that box set. Can't wait to see it. I'm gonna get my hands on it, kind of put it on my head. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you. All right.
Can't wait to get thrown in water again.
Oh yes.
All right, so the Ursoon busts out of this ramshackle cage that nobody thought would keep them in anyway, and is making his way with this, kind of fast gait towards Adrien. The crowd is freaking out, and we're going on initiative. It looks like the poacher over here is the first one to go. He is terrified. He looks up towards Dag, the guy with the whistle. Dag's kind of like holding the whistle and kind of shrugs like he doesn't know what's going on, like this has never happened before. And so he levels his crossbow at the Ursoon. And that would be a miss. So a crossbow bolt goes flying over the Ursoon's head into the river, and we will make our way down to Cress. Cress is next. Sees the Ursoon behind him, coming basically sort of at him, and moves off to the side, and he draws a short sword and a dagger, but doesn't yet do anything. The Ursoon rushes up to Adrien and grabs Adrien in a fierce bear hug, but isn't clawing him or mauling him. And that's what you see there. This townfolk person, seeing this big bear just rush off, takes off this way and runs way away. This poacher follows suit, yells, "Oh my God! It's mauling one of the townsfolk!" And shoots a bolt into it. The Ursoon screams out in anger as a crossbow bolt pegs into its back. This one, standing next to a Ursoon who just got shot that he is sure is mauling at the elf next to him, just jumps into the river. Just jumps into the river.
Coward.
Yeah, the real men get thrown in.
Yeah. It takes 3 people to get me in the water.
This town is so strange. Everyone keeps jumping in the river.
So, and then Dag Furcutter is his name, starts to make the whistle again, and these 3 beasts sit down and pay attention. And then he plays another little tune that gets them to start walking through the hole made in the fence, which leads us to the Oxbeak, which comes out and starts pecking at the Ursoon. This townfolk also runs off. This is crazy stuff. Adrien, it is your turn. What do you do? You're being bear hugged by an Ursoon. No damage has taken place, and it is now screaming in pain and getting quite angry. And you see a glimmer in its eyes shift from the uneasiness that you saw before to more anger and a more bestial rage.
I will tell it harshly in Elven to sit down and put me down. And I am going to draw my bow, and I need to get rid of Mr. Magic Flute.
All right.
So I am going to fire an arrow at Mr. Magic Flute.
So he does not sit down, but he does drop you and swat at the axe beak. Or prepare. It's not his turn, but he's preparing to swat at the axe beak. So you are free. You can move around now. And
actually, I guess I will get between he and the rest. And I will fire at the Pied Piper there.
All right.
I will have a 17.
A 17 will hit.
All right. And I will do max damage of 14.
Ooh. All right. So as you shoot your arrow at Dag Furcutter, it catches him like he's basically playing this flute. It catches him in the forearm, pins it to his shoulder. The flute goes dropping down onto the pavement, and he falls screaming to the ground, holding probably a grievous wound that might have just either close to or sliced the side of one of his lungs. So he is effectively at this point out of the fight. He is still conscious, but he is down, and the flute is no longer playing. All right, Stammen.
Well, I'm all for attacking people that deserve it. But I feel like we haven't exhausted all of our options yet. That flute looks like it's way too far away, huh? 60 feet. All right. I'm gonna run up to Cress and tell him there's no reason to shoot the animal. Tell your guys to calm them down. Play the flute.
Are you using intimidation? Or
yeah, I'm using intimidation. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 12. Well, I'm gonna.
His reply to you, even though it's off turn here, his reply to you is, "You shut your face, blood lover." We've got a crisis on our hands.
Calm down.
Yeah, he goes, hey, if you and any of your Shizat friends want to help us contain this catastrophe you started, we'd oblige to help. And that's what he says, but off turn. In Savanor.
Savanor is going to look around at the chaos that's happening and just take a deep breath and close his eyes. Leon, guide the hands of these mere common folk. As you know, they're not as prodigious as I, and I'm going to just spread my hands, and you see this white energy just flow out as I cast Bless on Stammen, Monty, and Adrian.
All right. And Bless gives a
D4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Gotcha. All right. So remember that on your rolls, everyone. The Catigator. The Catigator, seeing that this guy just shot the Ursoon, rushes forward, sees Cress, kind of gets caught between the two as to which one it wants to bite, and then opts for for this one, and does not bite them, as they kind of quickly dodge out of the way of the Catigator trying to bite them. This town folk runs away.
Coward.
This town folk. Oh, next. Oh. This town folk runs away. And then the Quinda. The Quinda charges out of the hole here and rushes Cress. And basically skewers Cress in the hip. All right. Monty, your turn.
How badly hurt does the the Ursun look? It had a
it just has a bolt sticking out of its back. It looks more angry than anything.
It's merely a flesh wound.
Be fine. I'm getting better. So, yeah, my first instinct was, since that flute got dropped, was to go grab it. So I think I'm going to double move and just... Oh, there's a lot of attacks of opportunity that are going to come this way, aren't there? Well, yeah, we're going to try and at least keep it out of the poacher's hands and maybe use it to calm some of the emotions out here. So I think Monty's going to double move over towards where the flute is. It's got 60 feet of move, and I believe I can go around the pen without any issue. I kind of looked at it earlier.
So take this in small movements so that I can see where you move to see who you provoke.
Now, question: can I scoot around the tent over on the left?
Yeah, there's a big flap there you could go under.
So let's not go near all the animals that are attacking one another. So I think I could scoot here for about 25.
I am not going to take an attack of opportunity on Monty.
You're lost.
Monty, right. I thought you were a friend.
All right, so yeah, so you can make it up
25,
there.
30, and then, yeah.
Yeah, so you can make it up adjacent to that guy.
All right, cool. So
in your double move, but you do provoke an attack of opportunity from the angry Ursun.
Wonderful.
And that is a 19 to hit.
1000% hits.
That is 8 points of damage. As you get slammed by the backhand of an Ursun.
I don't like
that. And you pick up the flute. The flute, or the whistle.
Correct. So
and
I don't know why I called it a flute before. Whistle.
This person runs off, and now there are only a bunch of beasts, a bunch of poachers, and you all of the people who are sitting here watching the show that became a crazy debacle have fled, and now the last poacher, seeing that his boss has been skewered by a Quinda, fires at the Quinda and hits. And the Quinda is now very angry. We are rolling initiative again. That's another thing that I just want everybody to know, is that we do roll initiative every round. I think we do. No, it's going back to the top. There we go. Stamond, you are first this round.
The first thing before I act, I want to look at Cress and see what he's intending to do next. Can I gauge that?
It looks like he is. He's going to disengage. He's backing away from this big beast that just skewered him in the hip. So it looks like he's going to get away from this thing.
Much as I would like to shoot him in cold blood, I think I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
I like what Monty's doing. I was having the same thought, but Monty's faster than me. So yeah, I'm gonna disengage and probably come back about 10 feet.
Okay. Are you?
And I'm gonna hold my action in case something comes near me I'll attack.
So is disengage? Do you have disengage as a bonus, or are you?
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
So I guess that would be my action. Yeah.
Yep. And then, Savinor, your turn.
All right. This poacher right here, he's looking wounded, bloody.
Yeah, he's got a sizable hole in his hip from where he was skewered by the Quenda.
Okay. All right. So he's distracting the Quenda, so I'm not gonna mess with him. This one right out here. Just gonna yell at him. Your intelligence is rather, your unintelligence actually is rather insulting, as I just pull like a sliver of pink energy and fling it at him for mind sliver. It's an intelligence saving throw.
That would be a 13.
That fails. 6.
And that was this one here, or the one near the
Yeah, that was that first one right here.
The first one. Okay.
Yeah, right here. That's 3 points of psychic damage, and on his next saving throw, he has to subtract a d4.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. This guy's gonna come over here. What are you doing? Put that down.
God.
And he will move to there and hold his action to see if you drop the whistle, and then take an attack. I didn't have to tell you that, but that's what's happening. All right, so
I had a feeling.
This guy scurries away from you, doesn't really care about that, and scurries kind of into the tent.
I'm just gonna let him go.
Oh
wait, I could have helped. Never mind.
The axe beak is nudging the Ursoon, like not trying to attack it, not trying to peck it, but trying to nudge it. And the Ursoon is enraged, so it's not having much effect on the Ursoon's current disposition. Adrien, your turn.
I can't let my newfound friend be harmed, and since this one seems to be pointing a weapon, I will fire my weapon at him. And that's going to be a 30.
Oh my God.
30 misses today. No, 30 hits.
As you fire at him, I'm just like, whoa, we could talk this out, and then just gets hit by an arrow.
10 points.
Okay. The arrow dives deep into his leg, and he is now immobile. And he is, but he is still holding the crossbow. He is not out of the combat. He is just very hurt and very immobile.
Good. That would be mine 10.
All right. So this one who just got a mind sliver is going to step back and shoot at the axe beak and hit. The Quinda. Two. So the Quinda turns from there, now being hit by an arrow. And Adrien, you realize now that the three beasts that are next to you are acting like enraged, hurt beast. And the Quinda goes to gore the Ursoon and hits, and the Ursoon takes a little bit of damage. And now this poacher goes, and he disengages up to here as a bonus, and then attacks the Catigator, but misses. All right. Cress will take a swipe at the Quinda. Hits. And then disengages as a bonus over to here. You gonna help or not? He yells to Stam. Monty, your turn.
It's not his turn. No. So the one guy's still pointing the crossbow, right, at Monty?
Yeah.
And he yelled at me to drop it, right?
Yeah.
Before I do anything, what my now one-legged friend, I would like to possibly do like an Arcana check or some sort of. I don't have detect. Obviously, it's magical, but I don't have like identify or anything. So I'd like to ascertain something about this whistle, if possible.
All right. Yeah, you can basically use your action, kind of standing there looking at it, to do an Arcana check to study it. So.
All right. So I'll go ahead and do that, and because we're blessed, I get 1d4, correct?
I think that's just do attacks and saves.
On attack rolls and saving throws.
Saving throws, not checks. Got it. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. So,
did you use the guidance before?
No, I never used
yet.
Guidance. I have not used guidance. Oh, I'm a bard. I should be giving out inspirations like it's candy. You get an inspiration. Okay. So you were saying the guidance before. Is that a D4?
Yes.
Yay. Or is that only a one-turn thing?
It's a one-time use.
But within like
but you haven't used it yet.
I have not.
Yeah, you
so
haven't used it yet, no.
So that was a 10 plus 2 plus Arcana, so 16.
All right. So an Arcana of 16 tells you that this is definitely magical. You notice that the glyphs up and down this slide whistle are. Yeah, it's kind of like a slide whistle with kind of 2 or 3 holes in it.
Okay.
The glyphs down the edge of it are in a very, very fancy type script that is either Elven or Fey.
Understood. So,
or
both. So yeah, what I'm going to do then is not drop it. I'm going to. For my bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Adrian.
Okay.
And then, you said this guy held his action, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's going to shoot you if you try to put it to your lips or do anything but drop it. You've just been looking at it until now, so.
Because I have movement. Yeah, no, I'm just not going to do that. So I'm going to maybe try and like. None of this is good. Monty's not a fighter, guys. I don't know if you know this about him. He's got a book. So Monty's gonna be like, I'd rather not. We could settle this with words as he's looking at the guy with an arrow through his leg and possibly just try and like scurry over this way, maybe gaining some sort of cover, but very unlikely at this current.
I rolled a 4. You're good. You're good.
Talk it through.
Talk it through. All right.
Talk out your emotions. Don't use crossbows.
And now it is the Catigator's turn. And let me roll where. That would be, it rushes and bites the calf of the Quenda. So now the Quenda has been hit a couple of times. And a fun one. The Ursoon enraged. So let's go with the claw. Who does it claw? It claws 1, 2, 3. It claws Adrienne with a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
For only 5 points of damage. And then the second claw reaches out to the Axebeak.
Oh, poor thing.
With a 5 that misses, and then the bite with it's more like an impale, weird, because it's got these it's gonna bite the Quenda, so it gets one on each of the people, and the Quenda falls down. How do I?
Yeah, they wouldn't like him when he's mad. They shouldn't have made him mad.
But it falls. Everybody knows the Quenda's down. I don't know how to add a thing to the Quenda. I'll figure that out by the next game. So that would be the end of the round. We will.
I get a 4 again in my initiative, I swear. 2 in a row.
19, I had nothing to do. Except kill people that maybe didn't need to be killed just yet.
Oh
no.
Got a 5. Even better.
All right.
I'm working my way up, everyone.
Yeah.
The Axebeak goes first. And that would be we got to figure out who, because the Axebeak is also acting like an enraged, scared animal. Oh, Adrienne, hold on. There we go. And Axe beaks you. An 18 to hit.
Yes.
Oh boy.
2 points of damage. The Quenda is unconscious. Save. Okay. The poacher over here shoots the Catigator again. Then the poacher up here shoots at Monty again. Drop that whistle! Drop that whistle!
Oh.
And he's trying to shoot you with his gimp leg. That would be a 12.
Nope.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Now it's what?
Brace yourself.
You guys rolled real bad on the initiative level here.
I've been consistent to say the least.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Remember that
this
time we
50-50.
rolled for?
Because now the Quenda's down. A fumble from the Ursoon attacking Adrienne. So we'll just do a little bit of role play here. As this claw comes at you, you see something in its eyes give. It's enraged, and then it sees you, and it stops its own paw. But then the pain of moving the shoulder that's been, and then it's still enraged, but it didn't attack you for some reason. And then the rest of the attacks go under the axe beak. That is a miss, and that hit. All right. Stamond, your turn.
All right. I look at Cress and I say, tell your men to stand down or not all of us are going to get out of this alive. And if it comes to that, I'm going to make sure it ain't you.
Another intimidation roll?
Yeah, sure. I guess that's what I'm doing, huh?
You can just say that and not use the intimidation roll.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that. What I really want to do is move over this way, out of range of the bear,
right,
and make my way towards. Let's see, how far can I get with double movement?
As we all start using
everybody measures. Yeah, that's one movement to where you put yourself there.
Yeah, so then I've got to figure out if this guy's going to attack me. All right, I'm going to dodge this guy and come up here. How's that?
Okay.
I think that's about how far I would get.
Okay.
Gonna go for a swim.
Stay out of reach of this guy, yeah.
Stay out of reach, everybody. Move over there and say that to him. So if you're just moving, go ahead and take that intimidation roll.
Okay. 17 plus 1,
okay.
18.
Okay. And that was Stammen's whole turn. The guy you just dodged heard you say that to him and sees you charge him. So I'm going to give him an advantage, but he's gonna. Nope. He's a bit intimidated by you running up with your fusel.
And knows that I could have shot at him and slashed him, and I didn't.
And you didn't. So he basically steps away from you.
I'm coming for the other guy, and my eyes are fixed on him. I don't know what he sees.
And then
you're hurting my friend Monty. That ain't happening.
And then he kind of hesitantly levels his crossbow at you and says, "You stand down too." The fact that you haven't shot or stabbed anybody, making him a little hesitant.
Just have a standoff.
He recognizes you haven't done anything yet. All right, so the Catigator's turn. The Catigator is going to, let's see where he runs to, because I think he might go, oh, okay. So the Quinda's down, so he's not going to bite at the Quinda. He's still enraged or angry, but he, for some reason, wants to run straight this way. And perhaps take Ensavanor into the river. So he runs down there and goes to do a bite. Does a 16 hit you, Ensavanor?
No.
All right, I need you to give me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever is higher, as he tries to grapple you and grab you with its mouth.
Oh, no, that's not good.
I've got an 18.
Dang.
I have a... What is it, acrobatics? I have a dirty 20.
All right.
Wow.
So it bites you. It bites you, but you are not grappled by it. You take 2 points of damage from the bite, but wrestle free from it, and which would make it much easier for it to drag you into the river if it was able to grab you.
Now your pants
right.
are dirty.
And they're pink. He's covered in pink.
Having a bad day.
They're pink and now a little red from
from the bite. All right.
Are they yellow at all?
With tones of brown?
I see where this is going. All right. I see what kind of day this is going to be.
All right.
Prestidigitation just all over.
This poacher is going to double move up to here.
Ah, beans.
He's no longer in danger, and he heard this guy yelling about dropping the whistle. Monty, your turn.
Oh, of course you had to come right up to me.
Play that whistle.
Oh, just one more time. Play that whistle.
Play that whistle.
Play that funky music. Go around.
Yeah, play it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna toss it to our good friend Adrian. I might do that still. I think I'm gonna do that. I think he's got a rapport with these animals that I don't. Or no, I'm gonna see how it works first, and then if it doesn't work, maybe he'll try it. Yeah. So I'm gonna sidestep around, not leaving attack of opportunity zone.
Right.
And from when I had my Arcana check, like, can I ascertain that it does it hurt the animals, or is it more of like an animal charm?
It's more like some kind of a charm. It's more, yeah. It's
so
yeah,
knowing
it's
I've
some
got
sort
the
of-
ability to like imbue things with kind of like, I'm just thinking bards like be able to imbue words, sounds, things with magical essence. I could possibly trigger this. I don't know. Sorry, words are not coming out.
It would take a performance check to see if you can.
Totally fine. I can do a
Make
performance check. So
Knowing
let's
that you are not a musical bard, but I'm gonna still give you the performance check, and I have multiple DCs in mind as to what happens.
now I do as a
if you do
bard
really
have
well.
advantage, or maybe
Yes.
that's a Garun thing. So should I still roll with advantage even though I'm
Yeah,
not necessarily?
yeah.
Okay, let's
Yep.
do it then.
You're using
So,
performance.
meh. Better. 18 total.
18. So you start to play this slide whistle, and you're not very musically inclined, but you do feel as you start to play it a connection to some of the beasts in your area, including to a squirrel up in one of these trees. So
Wow,
you-
this thing's
you-
nuts.
you recognize
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
you recognize as you start to play it that it is pulling your will towards these animals, and that without practice you will not be able to control more than one, or give commands. It's just not like mind control. It's just you have to give commands, and you know
Yeah.
that you're not going to be able to do more than one, and you also know that it's going to take you a second to establish that connection. So you pick which of the beasts you want to establish a connection with, and then next round you can start giving it commands.
I'm gonna start with the Urson. I mean, that
Okay.
one's probably our biggest threat right here. So
Okay, so you start trying to make a connection with the Ursoon,
Urson,
All right.
sorry.
and that is your turn.
Bonus action.
In
key myself.
Savanor.
So I'm kind of just looking around the landscape. So today we choose violence. Stavin shoots no one with all these targets out here. Monty doesn't even attempt to hurt anyone's feelings, and I'm over here with a catigator. I don't have time for this. And he's gonna launch a magic missile right into the catigator's face.
Okay. He did say that they have to live. You remember that, right?
And Monty doesn't do violence terribly well. You should know this.
All right, Catigator magic missiles. What do you got?
I got 4. That is 4, and that is. Oh no, that's bad. Oh, 5, 4, 13.
All right. It's still bitey.
Okay, good.
And then last on the initiative round, Adrien.
So I'm going to attempt some animal handling.
Okay.
Can I influence more than one, or is it just one?
Well,
Activate Chris Pratt, Jurassic World.
so you can. I guess it depends on your roll. So
Okay.
tell me what you're trying to do, then we'll figure it out after your roll.
I'm trying to just calm them, to get them
Okay.
to basically, I want them to kind of come to their senses, not be enraged.
Got it.
Okay. The bless doesn't help with this, right?
It's Bardic Inspiration. So Bardic,
He
That's
gave
true.
you
He
a
did
bardic
give
So
you
you
that.
do have a
Yeah.
D6 that could be used for any sort of check.
I think this would be a good one for it.
That was kind of my intention.
Oh, yeah, 9.
Okay, so
With the 1d6.
your animal handling, you are not able to calm the Ursoon or the Axebeak, but you are able to understand that the Quinda is bleeding out, that it is dying.
Oh. Yeah, I've used my actions. Otherwise, I would try and help it.
Okay. We will go back.
Recycle.
So how do I...
Come on, Monty, roll above a 4 for initiative.
Yeah, please.
This would be the turn for me to
I'll be
actually
happy.
go early.
Monty! Ah, you were at the top.
Oh, I'm still
Let's go.
I'm still pretty high up there though.
What happened? There we
I'll
go.
take it.
Let's go.
So
my
the
boy.
Axebeak, it looks like, is first. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Axebeak looks like it's first. It is going to attack the Ursoon. That is
Oh.
9. And then the Quinda, roll that saving throw, does not stop breathing. Monty.
So my assumption is with playing this slide whistle, it's kind of a concentration type of deal where I need to keep focusing on this enchantment to quell the Ursoon. So I'm gonna keep playing knowing there's someone at my back and just hoping he's seeing I'm trying to control the situation and not do harm to anyone. So
Okay.
I'm guessing that's my action.
Okay, what's your give me another perform check, and what's your command to the Ursoon? What are you telling it to do?
Relax.
Okay.
Chill. So performance, that's not going to do it. How about my advantage? That's better. That's a 17.
All right. So you see a column wash over the Ursoon, and Adrian, you see the rage kind of come out of its eyes since you're standing right next to it. All right.
So I was
That
success.
is that is my action. I still have a move. I'm gonna get hit regardless. So no, I'll just stay there.
Okay.
It's not gonna do me much good to get hit twice in the same turn. So that'll be it.
And Savanor.
All right. I will take the disengage action and get the hell away from this Catigator. And I will move over here. I can see that the Quenda is bleeding out, you said, right?
Yes.
I just want to yell over to Adrian, get your animals under control, as I cast healing word on the Quenda.
Okay. The Quinda begins to wake and is not enraged, as you can see this, Adrian. All right, this guy. What's that?
He just needed a nap. He gets cranky.
He gets cranky when he gets beat on.
You're not new when you're hungry.
This guy here is going to point his crossbow at Stam and say, I think you should drop your weapons. Very unsteady, very, it's not, it like the worst intimidate roll ever. He's like, I think
I just glare over my shoulder at him like, you want some of this?
And
he said, "Oh, you got."
He's going to hold his action to see if you actually make an aggressive attack. All right, give me that, says Cress, and he tries to snatch the whistle from your hands. Give me an athletic or acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher.
I have athletics at advantage. Thank you, Garand.
Nice.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. That's enough. I had a 7. So
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
Having a slap fight.
give me that. He says,
No.
all right, the Catigator
Not today, good sir.
really wants that Etherean lunch.
I got him next.
That is a 17 to hit.
I immediately cast shield.
All right.
Good call. Good call.
Reaction to shield, which makes it miss, right? Because the 17 gets you.
I have a
right.
22 as an AC.
All right. So
Get out of my personal space, you oversized handbag.
all right. The Ursoon backs away and looks confused, provoking the attack of opportunity from the Axebeak, which misses.
Yeah, don't do it, Axebeak. Don't be a pot pie.
And then Adria, and your turn.
All right. Looking the Axebeak in the eye, giving it the whole look right here.
Animal handling again.
Be cool. Be cool.
Oh, and that 20.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right, you were able to calm the Axebeak. And it
Like
is looking
Crocodile
at
Dundee and with the wildebeest.
you. All right. And Stammen, what do you do?
Help me.
I look over at what is his name? Cress.
Okay.
And I say, Cress, you're the one I'm coming for. I hold my action to shoot him.
If he does what?
Tries to take the flute or touch Monty.
All right. So that you're waiting to do that. All right. So Dag Furcutter comes walking back out. It seems that he has found, rummaging in the tent, some sort of healing because he is now not as injured, and he.
I thought he was out.
He goes to. He. Give me an athletics again. He tries to take the whistle from you.
Better. 15.
I got a 12.
Yes.
So you're good.
No, it's mine.
And
These punctures don't learn.
Yeah, you're like, woo.
What are you going to do with a punctured lung, sir?
and then this guy is going to shoot the Catigator. Ooh, that's a crit on the Catigator. And the Catigator goes down. All those magic missiles did their work, and then the crit from a crossbow. And he shoots, and then the Catigator gets a bolt in the neck, and it flops to its side. And he kind of waves at you in Savanor. He's like, I got your back, man. I got your back. It's okay.
Good job, friend.
What is happening?
I don't like that. Well, yeah, you tell me, Stammen, you haven't shot anyone today.
I'm trying to save the animals.
Save me!
Save me! All right, that guy is going to. He's also going to hold for Stammen. Put down that fusel.
I just glare at him.
All right, and that was the end of that round. No, right. I get a bunch of pop-ups. Looks like we either are on or have recently started an ad. So I'll get everybody set up for the next round. There we go.
Oh, back to a 4.
All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and go on. Poacher, or this, this is Dag Furcutter. Sees that he's not going to be able to keep you from, you're a big Garoon guy and you're wrestling this whistle away from him. So he just gives you a gut punch. 17 hit?
Yep.
That's 1 point of damage.
Ooh.
And give me a concentration check.
Okay. Remind me what the modifier is for that.
Your DC is 10 plus the damage.
That is a natural 20.
There you go.
Hey, let's go.
All right.
I'll take that.
Still keeping the Ursoon calm. Stammen.
Would you say? I'm thinking that the guy punching Monty would have released my held action.
Yep, you can do that. And then that will also release the held action of the 2 crossbows pointed at you.
I figured. All right. Let's see. That is going to be 5, 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That's 7 points of damage to the furry jacket guy.
Okay.
And then there's a couple guys shooting at me now.
And then there are 2 shooting their held action crossbows at you.
All right, I could be a pincushion.
One misses at I think a 7 misses you.
Yeah.
And then a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh no.
For 7 points of damage.
Ow. All right. And then
All
I'm
right.
back to my regular
normal
action.
turn. Yep.
Yeah. All right. I think I am going to I think I'm going to keep I think I'm going to keep on the flute guy. And that's a 16 to hit again.
That hits again.
All right. Damage will be 11.
That actually takes him unconscious. All right. Which is this guy? There we go.
All right. And I am going to move.
Not dead. He's just unconscious.
And then I'm going to move over to this guy. And with my bonus action, going to swing at him.
Right.
With the cutlass. 8, 14 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And that's 6 damage.
And that is enough to put him into unconscious as well, because he has been... Oh, wait. I'm
Yes! Well deserved.
He played an Uno reverse card.
There we go.
Wow.
He goes unconscious as well. 2 in 1 round there, Stam.
And I turn to my left and I look at the next guy. You're next.
All right. The Quenda's turn. It starts fidgeting and convulsing and being really weird and flopping around. And then it seems to disappear. And in its place is some little winged creature flopping around next to Adrienne. And then it's the Axebeak's turn, and it was still enraged and stuff, but it starts also flopping around, and in its place another winged creature is flittering next to Adrien.
What the hell is going on?
Then the Ursoon's turn. Wow, these are all right in a row. This is perfect. Then the Ursoon as well starts flopping around, and it relaxed for a while. And then, Monty, you feel that connection go away as another little winged creature pops up.
Big Bear becomes little winged creature. Just
yes.
Okay.
And then, in Savanor, it is your turn.
All right. Now this category was put down, right?
Yeah, it's unconscious.
Okay, but it's not bleeding out or anything.
Yeah, it is. It you know, it's making death saves.
Okay, so I'm going to first move over this way. I'll move right here. I will create a black skeletal hand next to this guy out here. And as I cast Chill Touch, just punch him in the nerve cluster in his arm where he's holding the crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And it does... Perfect. 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I turn back to the Catigator. Get your life together, and cast another healing word at it. My last
bonus action.
slot.
All right, and as it comes to consciousness, it starts flopping around, and then a creature becomes visible and starts fluttering above where it once was. And that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Adrien, what do you do?
I will open a large satchel that I have, and in Elven I will say, "It is time to go home. Come here."
No, we're gonna get our revenge on these. We're gonna get our revenge on them. These and all these crazy people in the city, awking and gawking over the last 3 weeks. Says this one over here that was once the Axebeak.
And why were they able to gawk at you?
Because these poachers were gonna get them. We're gonna get them all. Give me a persuasion check, and we'll see what happens later.
Yeah. See where I didn't put all my skills.
See,
how
if we could.
How about a 3?
Yeah, not convinced. Not convinced.
Oh, that's a 1 for each of the ones surrounding you.
I like it.
That's how math works.
They sent me to rescue them, not to actually.
All right, this poacher sees all this happening, and he hears this thing screaming about a revenge, and he actually drops his crossbow and moves to his wounded friend. Monty, your turn.
I wasn't expecting that. So he, knowing the connection was severed, takes the flute or the slide whistle and just slowly drops it down. It's like, just the sad trombone. Yeah, I'm going to think about spells now because things changed. Yeah, so I'm going to right now at least. I'm going to disengage. And run towards my pals.
Okay.
Just get away from everyone who's been trying to, mash Monty with whatever. So he's going to skedaddle over here.
Okay.
And talk to. I guess I'll direct this at Adrien. Adrien. Can you explain what's going on here? Please.
As soon as we've gathered them up, yes, I'd be happy to.
How can I help in that matter? Should I play the whistle again?
You could try that.
I thought you dropped the whistle. You didn't drop it? Oh, you just didn't play it anymore.
I pulled it down. I'm not playing it anymore. I disengaged,
Okay.
and now I ran away. So,
Okay.
you know, Monty runs. I guess that's the
All
theme
right.
for tonight.
Perhaps a big net.
A castanet.
All right, this poacher up here, it totally befuddled, looks to Crest and says, "What do we do now? Sorry, sir." He says to Stam, "Sorry," and he's like lowering his crossbow and
I point
sorry.
to I point to the guy lying, almost dying in front of me, and I say, "Help your friend."
And he does just that. All right, and then Catigator's not in the initiative anymore, and that's the bottom of the round. We will. I'm just going to pick people who matter. All right, Stammy, you're first.
All right. Are we trying to catch these things? I'm running down here. I'm going to try and catch this thing. How big are they?
Oh, they're about this big.
Okay. You want me to make some kind of a check?
Yeah, give me athletics or acrobatics, whichever. Athletics. Let's do athletics to catch them.
Athletics to catch them?
Yeah, yeah.
Do I don't get the bless on this, do I?
No.
All right. Well, that will be an 18.
Oh, that's good. They got a 17 in their dodging and flittering. So you've grabbed this one by the leg, and it's flapping up, trying to get away from you.
Can I stuff it in Adrian's sack?
Yeah. You kind of stuff it in the sack, and
Yep.
Adrian, you I assume you close it around around this thing. And Savanor. Your turn.
Corey, quick question. Can I retroactively, since I didn't use my bonus action, give out a bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give it to Savanor. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll try to remember that better next time.
I immediately first grab Monty with one hand. We're out here fighting. Are you playing a kazoo? And then I turn immediately. And go towards the winged creature that was the Catigator and try and grab it.
Okay. Give me an athletics.
This is not gonna be good.
As he goes away, I just go, I thought I did a pretty good job, though.
And remember, you have bardic inspiration.
Oh, good job.
Oh, that's
That would have
1d6.
failed definitely. All right, so that is a 19.
All right.
Got a 6 on
got
the
a
bardic
15.
inspiration.
So you got a 15. So you're good. You grab it, and it's fluttering and flapping and trying to get away from you.
Calm yourself. And then that's my turn.
Adrian.
I will. If you would like me to put a good word in for you with Sayari when we get back, you will calm down, and then I will attempt to grab one of them.
Okay.
Hopefully that causes at least pause on their part. Oh yeah, nat 1.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
They were ready for you.
Give me a dex save.
The one that was just
The
captured
other
escapes.
guy. A dex save is going to get me to 14.
Okay, so you're able to keep the bag in your one hand closed as you fumble and try to get the other one. So the other one doesn't get out of the bag. All right. That one's trying to fight its way out of the bag. Monty.
Yeah, so first, before I forget, I am going to give out another bardic inspiration. I'll give it to Adrien this time. So let me just mark that down. And then Monty, he's going to try the whistle again. The one that Adrien just tried to grab and just completely face planted in front of. I'm going to fixate on that one and start playing my slide whistle. You know, just like Bard.
You don't you start playing the slide whistle, and up here in a tree, a squirrel chitters and chirps as if it's willing to be
captured,
commanded,
complicit and commanded. Yes,
but that I could tell that's where the connection is.
Yes, it's the only beast in the area.
All right,
the only animal in the area. Yeah,
beast whistle.
Maybe athletics is better. We should bring the squirrel to help us.
I was thinking many hands make light work.
Monty, the squirrel whisperer.
Yeah. Oh, we're just all the memes about Monty coming up. I can feel it. Draw your fan art of me with my slide whistle. No, don't do that. So Monty's gonna, I guess, try and encircle one of them over here, and just maybe try and block some of its movements instead. Since I guess my action was trying to use the whistle, and the bardic inspiration was given out, so that's everything. Yep.
All right. Yeah. This pixie right next who's flapping and flittering above in Savanor makes this odd, weird face. It looks like its face kind of stretches out and it kind of screams at you. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh no!
Very like The Mask.
Oh,
it's like
no. This is not going to end well. Yup, knew that. That is a 16.
A 16's good enough. All right.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. You feel this scream echo through your head, and it's very disconcerting, but it doesn't actually hurt you. And then this one will do the same thing.
Dulcinea sounds worse.
This thing will do the same. Oh, actually, give me a persuasion roll. Let's see if this one you were just trying to grab, you were able to persuade with your your Sealy
offer.
Whether or not offer, yes.
Okay. Oh, actually, a
You also have bardic inspiration if you want to use it. Well, I guess you have to do that before
to try and catch.
No, you can choose after, as long as you don't.
That's right. It's got to be before the result, though.
Okay, 14, without using it.
14. Okay. So it goes to do that scream at you, and then, well, if you can guarantee we can play in the game, and it doesn't scream at you. This one screams at Monty. I don't roll anything. Wisdom save.
All right. Let's see. And because are we still blessed?
Yep. Add a D4 to it.
Oh, I don't think that's going to be enough regardless. Nope. That's a grand total of 8.
That's not good enough.
Nice knowing you.
All right, 7 damage.
Oh, no.
7 damage? Oh my
God. This scream echoes through your head.
Psychic damage?
Yep, psychic damage.
That's painful.
That's painful. All right, and then Chris.
I'm hurting.
Chris.
You're up though, right?
I'm still up, yeah.
All right.
If I had to quantify where I'm at about 5 out of 21.
Chris is going to come down here and say, he's like,
put a number on it.
I have no idea what is going on, but we're going to pack up and leave. And he tells everybody else, all of his guys, tend to our wounded and let's get out of here. And we're just going to roll through it this way. Stam,
Okay. I am going to bust a move down on this one.
Okay.
Catch it from behind. Thanks for distracting it, Monty.
You're welcome. Oh, God. Why do you have to be so loud?
Well, apparently I gave myself away because I rolled a nat 1.
Now you scream in Monty's face. And
All right, give me a dex save.
That's a 23.
Okay, so there's still some blood and stuff from people being swiped and mauled by an Ursoon, and you don't slip on it and fall down, so you maintain your setting. In Savanor, you still got this thing hanging, grabbed, and it screamed at you. What do you do?
First, I'm gonna turn around to this guy because Crest looks like he's packing up to leave, right?
Yep.
Don't you move, you uncultured swine! And I'm gonna turn back to the pixie. Does it speak Sylvan?
It might. Yeah. He's speaking Sylvan to them. Yeah.
Okay, I want to tell it in Sylvan. Just calm down. There's no need for any more violence here. In Sylvan to the pixie.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. That's good. That is a 21.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It says back in Sylvan. Oh, yeah. And if we get to play in the game, and it basically starts pulling you towards Adrian.
I'm following along with it, and I'm just pointing at Crest.
Okay, so you guys basically you're gonna come over here. All right, and that was Savanor, Adrian.
I will say I can offer you a spot in the games, but I can only do it now, and it is a one-time offer. And I will open the satchel.
All right.
So either all get in or the one gets out.
All right, we can go off a knit now. They all are very eager to play in the game. They fly into your satchel, and we are off a knit because Cress is no longer hostile, and the other are tending to their wounded. So these guys are all in the bag. And what do you do?
Well, it's good now. In the bag.
What are they gathering up their guys?
Yep.
Have they managed to staunch the bleeding on the two wounded?
Yep. And basically, the two wounded they put in the tent, and then they start basically breaking down this camp and ignoring you. And basically, Cress is just like, we're leaving. I don't know what's going on, but we're packing up and getting out of here.
I walk over to Cress. If you ever cross me again, you'll regret it.
Adrian will walk over and eye the poachers and explain that I am but one of what you will face should you set foot in the northern Feywood again.
We don't even know how. We don't even know how this. We had these weird beasts, and well, a Dag could use this whistle he had, and he had him march into some pages. We won't be going back to the Feywood. It was weird, and this is weird, and not our usual type of business. If you get my meaning.
What is your?
We'll go back to what we know best. And he gives Stammen a glance, a sideways glance.
And what might that be?
Killing blood touched.
Yeah, we can't let that happen. You gotta come with us.
You gotta rethink your life.
I'll talk you through it. I got some connections. I can help you out, but we can't be going back to that.
Guy's already done time in lockdown.
Yeah, but if he goes back to that lifestyle, He's going straight back.
How about a thorough re-education? I have a list of spreadsheets that I can show him that would educate him on why his choices are wrong of killing Bloodtouched.
I think that could be a fantastic idea. Just force him to go to some re-education with spreadsheets.
I will
love it.
co-teach. I know how to cope with emotions.
All right. What are you? He doesn't understand anything you're saying about spreadsheets. He looks at Monty, and then looks at Stam. That was a long time ago. How about we just walk and go our separate ways? Now that you're.
I was going to say, now that you were pardoned, don't make it a wasted pardon.
And those who are close by enough, when he says you were pardoned, you do look to his forearm and you see the tower symbol, or the 3-gate symbol of Darkenhaven, and it basically is the mark of lockdown, and the gates have been removed. Because if somebody is in lockdown and the gates are part of that tattoo, that means that the curse is active. His curse is not active. And Stam, you know that this guy was pardoned probably by the same guy who signed that the performance.
The
permit. Yeah. So he goes, that was a long time ago. Matter of fact, I think we'll just stay here in Riverside. Maybe we'll take up some law work.
I think that might be a good turn of character.
Either way,
I'm glad we see eye to eye. And
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm gonna get my folks out of here, and you take those cursed things back to wherever they came from. And he kind of goes back to nursing wounded and packing his stuff up.
So in good faith, Monty, and the fact that not many spell slots were used, he will use Cure Wounds to help some people out, and anyone in our party that needs a little extra healing, just for flavor now at this point it seems. But just kind of helping out and showing no bad blood, but like keep on the straight and narrow in that way.
All right, and then I guess you guys go your separate ways, and you return to the condemned building. On the way, you're very curious as to what just happened, and what are these things that what is it that Adrian is not telling you? But he probably won't tell you in front of them anyway. So we're just going to go back to the condemned. On your way back, you guys can kind of have that conversation as to what is it that just happened.
All three of us just grab him and shake him.
Yeah,
you got some explaining to do.
Chasing beasts, and what we were chasing were not beasts at all.
My job in the Feywild is to help protect the Sealy Court. And in the center of the Feywild is a black table. And annually we have the game of the black table. And these 4 foolish pixies decided that they would polymorph themselves into very disruptive beasts and interrupt the game. Those in the game did not appreciate it and made their polymorph semi-permanent. After which they ended up being unexpectedly poached and brought here. I was mercifully sent to bring them home.
Well, technically they were beasts.
Now you're technical.
Hey, you should appreciate that. Technical looks good on the spreadsheet.
They were literally beasts.
You're not wrong.
Yes,
You're
yes,
not wrong.
they were beasts at the time we captured. Well, attempted, whatever. I think a whole lot of people. What?
Off on dishonesty.
Well, that's true.
You didn't
I don't
tell us the
appreciate
whole
that.
truth. Correct. Neither do I.
You know, sometimes
I did not tell you the whole story, but there wasn't time. I knew that they would change back eventually. We needed to catch them in their beast form because they can give one a mighty headache or worse in their current form.
Correct, but in their natural form, they are much worse than beasts. That could have gone horrible.
Yes,
They're kind of a
that's
menace.
Aware of their
Yeah,
magical
and Savinor,
powers.
you know that is very true. Once he says that they're pixies, you remember reading something about the Seelie and Unseelie Feyari, and that the pixies are very chaotic and could have caused, with 4 of them wreaking havoc at the folks who gawked at them in Riverside, the 4 of them could have really caused a terrible incident here. But you were able to subdue them with persuasion and force, as well as free them from their you were able to free them from what was happening to them, or more aptly, the curse ran out because the Great Game is in a few weeks, and their curse was to last until a fortnight before the Great Game. So that is kind of the plot for this evening, Beast of Riverside. We will wrap up the show at this point. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you again in episode 4, which is The Brothers Silstone, with special guest Harry from Harry's Mittens. So thanks for joining us, and have a great evening, everyone.
Everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Wizard.
Thank you.